Travis Krause, founder and CEO of Adventure Combat Ops, and we are here in the apocalypse as we speak. The whole concept of the apocalypse is, there's the storyline behind it, is the apocalypse has started in the world. All of a sudden the federal government has decided to come out with this and tell the public what's actually happening, and hey, by the way, we need some help. So now they are taking volunteers. There are people getting drafted to come in and go through the training. So, you know, the whole idea is these heroes, which are real world heroes in character here, these heroes are now training up the public, getting everybody prepared so that when and if the apocalypse actually comes to America, we have the fantastic citizens of this country will be prepared to defend it. So they get thrown into an absolute array of insanity and chaos. We've got lights, lasers, fog machines, scent machines that smell like burning flesh. We've got 30,000 watts of audio chaos, video projections, crash cars. I mean, everything in here has been built to spec and has been built with absolute realism, in some cases surreal. The whole idea of the apocalypse, based off a lot of our real world training background, is trying to get people out of their comfort zone. And you do that first and foremost, one of the simplest ways is by immersiveness, by sensory immersiveness, by sensory overload. And we do that with an array of different lighting, you know, lights that change colors, some strobe, some flicker, some fade off, some fade on, to where you position them to create shadows and casting different colors and whatnot, tapping into every one of those senses and making each of those environments something that's very foreign to people. They're not used to seeing multicolored lights flickering and flashing all around. So subconsciously that starts to overload the mind just a little bit. Then you start adding the fog, and you start adding video chaos being projected up on the wall of all sorts of spooky, creepy stuff. Going into the houses, it looks like the houses have been ransacked. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we've got about 15 or 20 zombies that are running around trying to eat your face off as well. So to help create the atmosphere we're looking for, the atmospherics, the environment, we have specially placed and located Chauvet foggers and haze machines as well. So of course the haze machines, as you can probably kind of still see some of the lingering effect right here, you know, they kind of create that movie scene, if you will, you know, like when you see on a scary movie where, you know, you've got the fog all over the place. But then specifically we've got the Chauvet smoke machines set up, and we've got them set up with wind machines and fans and whatnot, so that we circulate and have higher intensity areas of some of that smoke, specifically, for example, in some of the houses that are set up to erupt and explode when you're doing close air support, calling the jets and the helicopters to come in and blow things up. Some of the keys to having very accurately replicated close air support are the Chauvet striker lights, because it's such a high intensity strobe effect. And so we have those strobes. Our techs were very technical with how they set that up, and those strobes, those strikers, are set up right at the smoke. So they timed it so that the compressed smoke machines blast smoke for about a second or two before the actual strobes go off. So by the time the strobes light up, the smoke's already filling up above the houses, and it's just incredibly, you know, brilliant, bright lights, and it really helps add to, again, the effects of it. When you hear the sound coming out of the explosion, you see the smoke going up, you see the lights going off. It looks like about as close as you can get before you start using real explosives. We own a 70,000 square foot facility, and currently we have allocated about 57,000 square feet of that to be our primary show attraction. And so with that being said, the primary show is an hour and 45 minutes from start to finish, and actually the start actually starts inside the lounge. And I don't want to give away too much, but let's just say that we start tapping into the special effects out here people aren't even aware of when they're actually inside the lounge and things start going south real quickly in a hurry. So we do 4 of these shows a day right now. Thursday through Sundays we're scaling up, and very shortly we'll be going 7 days a week.